Hey, hi, hello. I hope y'all are doing well. It's Easy Astro, aka Jalik the Third, and you are tuning into Seasoned Aspect, where yes, the conversation will have some seasoning of astrology here and there, but the fullness, the depth, the bread and butter, what you're gonna get is ideally me talking to whoever is across from me on this podcast, sharing insight about their information, life, and astrology gonna come in and out with it. So today, it's Leo season. We have our hiccups with starting Leo season with Mercury retrograde taking place. But I have a great friend here to tell us more insight and information. So I will let her introduce herself. So, hey, ma'am, how are you doing?
Hey, I'm good. I'm Krissy. I'm a Leo. Happy Leo season, everybody. And my birthday's on the 24th. So, Leo, all the way through and through. Yeah, was there anything else I needed to
Like,
say?
what's your big three?
Okay, so my big three: Leo, Aquarius moon, and Virgo rising.
Okay. So, all right. Cool. So, when it comes to Leo season, like, how is Leo season? Like, what does that bring up for you? Like, what is it? What does that mean for you specifically?
Well, I guess in true Leo fashion, like it's all about me, especially because my birthday is so close to the start of Leo season. So it's just like, yeah, we finna celebrate the whole season, low key, because we the stars of the show, of course.
So that
So
goes
what else? What
from
else is there to say?
so
We
it's like from
get
July
past
to August.
we get past the crybaby cancers and we live. We living
Don't
it
do
up.
that.
I am.
Don't do
I'm
that.
doing that. I am.
Ma'am, do not do that. Cause look, okay. Look, the fact that with cancer season, you gotta have your feels. You have to have them feelings. Cause it's like going from the feelings, but you're going to have passion. So it's like that internal to external engagement. But I wanted to bring it back to you specifically with having your chart, your Virgo rising. So that gives your Leo sun this bright, warm, expressive embodiment of being in an area that's like more like behind the scenes, private and dreamy. So it's like if you were reading a book, it's more so like, hey, it's you and your imagination in a room by itself. So how do you go about like navigating that with your son being in Leo, this expressive point, but it's like, do you have time that you feel like you need to pull back and recharge?
So in that aspect, I don't feel like I'm the typical Leo. Like I don't feel like I I won't say that I'm the star of the show in public. Like I don't seek that public attention where I'm like, it's all fun and flair like in person. I crave that in private. So like around my friends, if I'm with, my little boo or whatever, then that's when I'm gonna be extra in private. So then when it's time for me to recharge, like you said, I'm doing all of that privately. You might see it on my face in public, you might not. But like I said, I really don't feel like I'm the stereotypical Leo that always has to be the center of attention when they walk into a room. So,
And it's no problem at all. Like that works well with your chart, especially the fact that you talking about cancers being crybabies, but you literally your chart ruler, like how the ruler of your chart, Virgo, is associated with Mercury, and your Mercury is in Cancer. So with those two aspects of like Virgo wanting to be like having being intention, moving with intention, like there's a place for everything, and then talking with Cancer and like that being in that house community and friends. Do you feel like you find yourself like taking information from your friends and like helping you navigate like figuring out life in a way?
it definitely depends. I know which friend I can get what. I know which friend I can get what from for sure. So I don't know. I think it's because I'm getting older and just thinking about. I feel like I'm growing in the sense that I'm trying to follow my own instinct and following my own gut more. So at this point in my life, if I'm telling you something, I've already made my mind up, or it's already done and I'm just letting you know what has occurred. So I think I'm just moving into more of that space now, like just following my gut, my instinct, and not really getting feedback on what I'm thinking about doing from my friends, if that makes sense. Because I used to be really heavy on the opposite. Like I wouldn't really make moves. I would be really in my head and then seeking validation really when all of that can come from within.
Yeah, and that's something I've definitely see like with me myself growing older too. It's like, hey, like, okay, cool, this is nice, I like it. Y'all gonna see afterwards me liking something. Like, okay, cool, taking that into account, into consideration. But it makes me think, I don't know why, but with you specifically, it makes me think of senior year. And I was back in Tuskegee. Like, it was, I guess all of us seniors were coming back to campus. And were you an ambassador senior year?
I was an RA senior
Okay.
year. So sophomore
Okay.
year, yeah.
So you were back there and you saw somebody across the yard and you were like, oh my God. I just saw it looked like it was a whole movie scene. I'm just like, oh, okay. That's what's up. But yeah,
Cause
it's
I
like,
definitely know who you talking about.
I'm just like, yeah, I can see that, like having that expressive feeling with your friends. I'm like, oh, that's so sweet. I'm just like, this is a whole ass movie scene that just like literally played out in front of me. I like that. That's nice. So when it comes to communication, I think about like for us, both of our charts, they're mutable charts. When I say mutable, I think about the fact that it's Virgo is your chart ruler, Virgo rising. My chart ruler is a Sagittarius rising. And looking at the third house deals with communication and how we go about like sharing that information with folks. For you specifically, you have Scorpio in your third house, and all my planets are in there. And then with me, I have Aquarius in my third house. Your moon sits in my third house, and your sun sits in my ninth house. So that's still like the axis of communication. I think of us on TikTok. Like, we have, like, like, what was it? We had the longest streak was like 72 days, and it messed up because I was at DreamCon. Like, I was like, yeah, I can't let this die. And the bitch died, and I felt so bad. But it's just like, we continue to go. I think it's like 42 days today. And have I sent you something? Like, let me
You
see.
know what? Probably. I don't know. And sometimes I be thinking, like, I'm blowing this girl
No,
TikTok up. She gonna be tired.
no, girl, you're good. Like,
tired
I
of me and all
promise
these
you.
TikToks. You gonna
Oh,
think I
it's
ain't got it right.
47. We have 47 days.
47. Okay.
Yes,
That
like,
makes sense. Yes, I can believe that for sure.
but it makes me think of just like when it comes to that axis, like me, I find myself, it's like people who have Leo and Aquarius, I find myself sending most of y'all, like communicating on social medias with y'all, but specifically you, like we have an array of messages, and I'm just like, yeah, it
And
works.
do. And do.
It works. I'm just like, ain't no problem at all. So I'm happy to have it. But what about you? Like, what is it when you come with TikTok? Because I know people weren't big on it when it first came out. Because a lot of people like, oh, it's for kids, and then now you see like everybody mom on it, and that's ideally how we get information nowadays. Low key.
Let me see. So I've just been a social media person like since middle school. Like I started off on Bebo. Started off on Bebo, if you remember that.
Girl,
Yeah.
yes.
So I was on Bebo, and my mama didn't want me posting pictures of my face on there, but I did, and so I got in trouble for that.
Did you have
Uh,
the wipe me down screen, like the little skin? I had the
I
little wipe me
had
down.
I
Girl,
was running through screens. I was running through all of those. I was changing my look because they had it where you had your name and then you had like a look you where had a box at the bottom where you could put like I was changing song lyrics and songs. Girl guru. So it was Bebo, MySpace. Then when Facebook came along, scrapped that. So I feel like I've just been through all of them, and I was like, I do not want to get on another social media app. But people kept sending me videos and like just the link. And of course, in the beginning, you couldn't watch TikTok if you didn't have, if you didn't have the app. So I don't know. Probably the 1,000th video my best friend sent me after telling her I didn't have TikTok. I was like, let me just get on here and addicted. It just gets you. It does. It's so I just find myself sending people videos. I have quite a few streaks actually. Like the largest streak that I have is over 400 days
damn.
on TikTok.
You got a whole year there.
And so we done been through all the pets you can have and everything, but I love TikTok. I save so many videos just, on the app. And then for people who don't have the app, I'm saving videos, I'm screen recording stuff. You're going to see this video. You're going to see this video somehow. So I really enjoy TikTok. I don't create, like the only TikTok I have on my page was from 3 years ago when my hair turned 5, and I don't really plan on making making any TikToks because I don't dance. I don't have any interesting stories that could go viral that I would be comfortable sharing. So, because my parents are on TikTok, it's becoming more accessible to the older people in my life, and I'm not trying to cause great shame to my good name. So,
Girl, like I'll be on TikTok and my mama will comment, and I'm just like, "Thank you so much." And I'm just like, yeah. At one point in time when it would be like cringe. I'm like, "Oh my god, why you commenting?" But now it's like, "Hey, this is me. It's
and really,
it."
would nobody know? Anyway,
Mm-mm.
you know that's your mama. We don't. Unless
Yeah.
we just being nosy.
Unless you be like, "I got some beautiful daughters," and I'm just like, "Thank you so much. You're so sweet." But yeah, so you ain't on Facebook? Are you? So you on
So
Facebook? But it's like,
I am on Facebook. So my slogan for myself is Facebook is for family. So Facebook is my clean, very family friendly page, social media apparatus, right? So Instagram, I really post on Instagram like once a year, like on my actual feed. But I probably won't this year unless I take a bomb picture that I just feel like my whole like my followers need to see. But otherwise I just use that to post a little song on my note and post on my story. Um, but other than that, and plus Instagram is so weird. I hate how this algorithm is now. I don't be seeing people post until 2, 3 weeks later and stuff. I don't like that. So me and Instagram done fell out. So that's why I just stick to using it for my story. And so I only use Snap because I am on Snapchat. I only use Snap to take my pictures that I post. So that's the only reason that I use Snap. That and sending my friends memories that show up.
so you use like the filters on Snaps. You don't use the Instagram
Oh yeah.
filters.
No, I never have. I've never used an Instagram
You
filter.
gotta use the Instagram
I have
filters.
only ever used Snapchat
They
filter.
are nice. You
I've
gotta use
never,
them.
I've never.
Bro, you got to
Mm-mm.
use them. You
Maybe,
got.
maybe I'll try while my hair is done. Maybe I'll
Yes, try.
try that.
Look, I don't know if you. I don't know how you can send filters to use, but maybe I'll take a picture with a filter and you can see that
And it'll
filter,
say, uh-huh.
and I'm like, use this filter. So I'm gonna try to. I don't know, like I honestly, I told myself I need to get a haircut. So you gonna be. This is gonna be for you. Just know that. Know that this is for.
Bet, bet.
Like
Good to know.
this is for
Okay, I'm
Krissy.
already prepared.
Use
Okay.
this. So okay, so it's like it's level definitely levels to social media because what is it? Facebook. I don't really be on there. I just changed the picture yesterday to the fact that I got a haircut, and it's like, do you want to update your profile? I'm like, I ain't pressed. It's okay. Like people, if they go on there to see it, they'll see it. Like it's all good.
Exactly, exactly. Because you know how they have it to where if you like change your cover or your profile picture, you can uh make it to where everybody can see it that you changed it. I turned that right off. I'm like, you'll see when I comment, it's a new picture on there. I don't
It's
need
that, and
everybody
then the
to,
connection
yeah.
to like Instagram. Like I'm just like, no, no,
Yes.
no. I don't need you to
No.
connect my Facebook
Mm-mm.
to my
No.
Instagram. Them folks don't need to know that I got it. Half
Those
these
are
people don't
different.
need to know.
Those are totally different audiences in my
Like,
world. Totally different
no,
audiences.
no. So I'm just like, it's some people from high school. Like, I did you go to your 10-year reunion for high
I
school?
did. I did.
I didn't. I said I was probably gonna try to go for
Why?
the 20th. I don't, girl. I'm all the way out here, like on
Oh,
the West
that's true.
Coast. So
That's
it's just
true.
like, hey, we're gonna be doing this. Like, I am so sorry. I am nowhere, nowhere, nowhere in the area to be going out here to do this. Truly sorry, but no, that's like it makes me think. Like, yeah, I don't really be updating Facebook like that for real, for real. Like, hey, I see my story. I don't be posting like that. I post, but it's like I want it to be random, and it's like, all right, what is she doing? How is that for you? Like when it comes to posting, you be posting some funny ass stuff, but when it, when folks be like, I'm like, okay, Chris.
Okay, so like I said, Facebook and Instagram are totally different audiences. So on Facebook, I try to share stuff that's clean but funny. So, like, there was a post just earlier, last week, and it said something along the lines of, "I wish y'all would stop cussing in y'all posts so I can share because I agree with it." So I shared that, and I'm like, I know that's right because other than I might just scroll and give you a like, but I be wanting to share it. But I think I just have. I be hearing my mama so much in my head because she monitored my social media so much. So I could just hear her even like, why you post that? Why you share that? Why did you think that was okay? So I just try to keep it as neutral as possible. And I think no matter how grown I get, I'm going to consider all the elders I have on Facebook. So I keep, like I said, I keep it very mild. And so I really share a lot of community stuff on Facebook. But as far as Instagram, I be seeing so many like comics and posts and stuff. I even share, like, I'll save a video from TikTok just to put on there. Sometimes I'll be planning it out in my head, like I'm gonna post this on this date and this on this date. Because I save so much stuff and I be trying to get the stuff out of my saves. So that's why I like if I'm posting something like every day, I'm trying to get it out out of my saves. And sometimes I just see something on TikTok that's just so good. I'm like, I have to save this and share it right now. So like that's just the method to my madness for my Instagram comic sharing. And people tell me they've been telling me a little more often, like, oh, I love the little comics and stuff that you post. They make my day. And I don't be thinking nobody paying attention really, but you just never know.
Girl, look, it's like you be attentive. Like I'll be attentive, like, okay, who was watching my stuff? And then sometimes I'm like, all right, I don't care. But then I'll be like, oh, a random ass person who hadn't watched my story in like forever decides to watch my story one day. I'm just like, why? What made you choose today?
Yeah, it's funny when people like send the reaction and stuff, and I'm like, you ain't never wrote me on this app ever, but this got you, huh? This got
Right.
you. I got you.
I'm just like, okay, cool. All right, just be trying to get reaction from folks. I'm like, it social media is the thing because it's like, hey, it's not real,
Right.
but that's how you keep in touch with people. So it's like,
Hmm.
ugh, what is it? What makes me laugh too is like talking to you about Love Island because you said you don't watch it, and
I don't.
so I watched it for I want to say because Meg the Stallion went on there. I was like, oh wait, and this is of interest. And even when I was listening back to the episodes of the read, Krissy was like, yeah, that's the only reason I got on there too. So I'm like, okay, I'm not alone. But with that, I'm just like, yeah, I don't really like reality shows. Like, I will say, starting back with Sweet 16, I was like, oh, this is how people be really like living and stuff. But when they go behind the scenes, like, yeah, producers were telling me this, and this to do this, and then I'm just like, this shit ain't real. Like, why do we want to? Why are we watching this? I was, mm-mm. I no,
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. So you don't watch like Love After Lockup, or
no,
you don't?
no.
So like you don't watch none of the game shows on like Netflix, like The Circle, like stuff like that.
I ain't watched Real
What?
Housewives. I hadn't seen Love and Hip Hop since high school. Not
Yeah,
high
I
school,
haven't
but since
watched that in a while.
college. Because that I would be watching it when Mika was doing folks' hair. But yeah, nah, I really don't be watching reality television.
And
Like,
you didn't watch Love Is Blind
what is Love Is Blind?
with Nick Lachey and Vanessa Lachey, and people are in little ponds and they get to basically speed date and they become engaged, and then when they see each other, that's the first time they see each other in person.
No.
You, girl, girl, no judgment, no
I don't
judgment.
be like I really don't be watching TV. Like I was truly like it's like a low key sense of sadness but happiness when cable was just like, hey, it's not the thing anymore, and then like streaming became what it is. And even then, like I'm looking at my TV, like I have the little anime streaming app, but I watch shows like I watch Abbott, love Abbott Elementary, but reality shows, they just don't be doing it for me. I'm like, this is fake.
You
So
meant okay. Okay, hold.
a show that I have watched that I'm just like, oh, I like it for its rawness is Hoochie Daddies.
Huh? What is that on?
It's on YouTube. You gotta watch it. I'm gonna send it to you. Hoochie
I
Daddies.
have never even heard of that.
Girl, that shit is wild. It's wild.
But what I
Like,
was gonna say was, because that sounds messy. I don't know what it's about, but that sounds messy. If you want some real mess, you need to watch Love After Lockup. You need to watch Love After Lockup, and you need to watch Inmate the Roommate. That's some real mess.
inmate to roommate.
Yes, yes. People basically take in inmates that most of them have never met before, and they let them live in their house.
That
You
shit
know,
sound like some Andy Milonakis stuff. Like,
it's real, and you need to watch it. Girl, I love good mess. I just love mess. That's on TV. Yes.
look, if I ain't in it, I'm like, oh, if it was brought to my attention, yes. But, oh, okay. Love after lockup and inmate to roommate.
Yes. Inmate to Roommate is on Hulu. It was an A&E uh
Okay.
channel show. And then Love After Lockup is on We TV. But a few of the earlier seasons are on Peacock. And the new season premieres on August 1st. And it's a shame that I know that because I'm waiting.
So I'm just like, how many seasons have there been, Krissy?
A lot. It's been quite a few. Because I
Okay.
just started watching it a few years ago. And it was going on long before I started watching.
Okay. So, getting into the aspect of TV and characters, what is a character that you think will be associated with Leo for you?
So the first character I could think of is Regine from Living Single. And I am not anything like Regine because she was, fashionable and like extremely confident, very into herself. You could almost call her vain. I mean, a few people think I'm vain, but I don't agree with that, of course. Yeah, so just she just gives me Leo. Like just very just bright spirited, confident. Like even when she was singing, trying to sing the lead in the choir, she didn't care she couldn't sing. She wanted to get up there to be the star of the service. So she just always wanted to be the center of attention. And so I just when I think of a Leo, I think of her for sure.
Okay. I'm thinking like I thought you were about to have like another person to say, but no, that's what's up.
Who did you think
Hey,
I was gonna say?
I don't know. I
Well,
thought
who
like
was you thinking of?
I don't know why I was thinking of going into Hillman like from a different world, but yeah, like oh girl, what's her name? Jasmine Guy's
Whitley.
character,
Whitley.
Whitney. Yeah, yeah, like she was. I love her. Like definitely, my favorite was Freddie because Freddie was just like chill, down to earth. I
I can
live
see
good.
that. I can
But
see that. I can
Whitley,
see
like,
that for
yes,
sure.
my mom, she's like, yes, love her down. That's it. Like, but she stood on her stuff. Like, she was really about her friends, and like that's the thing with Leo is like, hey, inner child, like expanding that out to your community, and that axis of Leo and Aquarius is about community and about y'all friends. So being down for y'all crew, that can be seen both in Regine as well as Whitley. So that's what's
Hmm.
up. That's what's up.
Uh-huh. And I will confess, I am not an avid a different world watcher or fan. I just know very basic elements of the show.
Girl, no, look, it's okay. Like, I need to go back and watch it. I was starting to do a binge of it when it was first on Netflix before they
Uh-huh.
first took it off of Netflix. But
Uh-huh.
yeah, I ain't gone back. I know they said they were going to do like a part, like, what is it, a today, modern day version of a
Yeah.
different world. And they said they had already started shooting for it. So I'm like,
We'll
okay,
see how it goes.
wonder how
But
they
I
gonna
would
do.
if I ever was into watching that, I would have to go through all of A Different World first. So
Yeah,
I feel like I would have to. Like I don't feel like I would have a choice. I would have to for sure.
to watch all of it in its entirety.
Yes, before watching the modern day version.
Oh yeah, because they probably are like, oh, this is somebody's kid. This is probably a kid that nobody knew about. All this good stuff. Hopefully, because it's just like no lie, I'm over the whole. Oh, we're just gonna do a remake. We're gonna do an update. We're gonna do change the like style of stuff. I'm just like, no, give us something new. Like we can talk to people. We can share insight information to have something that is different, and then it can span from there. So that's something that I'm like hoping to see with stuff. But like I said, I don't really be watching TV like that. So we'll just have to see.
And I do. I watch way too much TV. I have a whole schedule in my phone of TV shows that I'm keeping up with. It's a shame. So,
What TV shows you watching?
okay. So, Beyond the Gates, Black Soap Opera. It's on Paramount Plus. So my Sunday shows that are currently on, Gilded Age. It's like a period drama. It's made by the creator of Downton Abbey. If you're familiar with that, that's also a period drama as well. A lot of my shows aren't on right now. So I watch like 911. They're about to have a Nashville version of 911. It'll be the second spinoff of the series. I watch Bob's Burgers. I love Bob's Burgers. And The Great North. Um, what else do I watch? Like I said, Love After Lockup. I watch The Shy. I do watch The Shy. I watch BMF. I don't know why Siri wanted to join in on the podcast. Let me make sure she don't go off again. Okay, yeah. I'm trying to think what else do I watch. I'm trying to finish Game of Thrones. I just haven't gone back to it yet. I'm on season 5. But I just haven't gone back to it yet. I watch a whole lot of shows. I would just pull up the list and just name them all, but you don't want to hear all that.
Yeah, you
Sitting off
probably.
of
I'm
it.
telling you, no. Depending on whoever's listening to this, they might get some insight on something new to watch. Cause what is it? I've watched Game of Thrones. Like it's worth it to get to season 8. Season 8 is just like as you've seen that drawing on TikTok or Twitter where they's like, oh yeah, the drawing of a horse. It looks really nice, and then
Yeah.
it's just like scraps and shit at the end. Yeah, it's I just wish it would have been nice if they would have waited till the finish, like to books finish. But I guess, hey,
Mm,
the popularity and like,
yeah.
hey, the show must go
You
on.
gotta
So
strike while the iron is hot.
yes, I'm just like, all right, but definitely something to check out for real, for real. And what is it? You don't watch anime, do you?
No, not really. There were a few that I think I watched, but I don't know if they would be considered anime. Like
What?
just I don't know what I don't want to
Girl, you're good.
accurately name them, but I did watch like Comey Can't Communicate. And I don't know if I'm saying it right. I watched like it was called like B Stars or
You
something
watch
like that.
Beastars?
Yeah, I watched that. And
What do you think of that?
I liked it.
I did too. It was
Okay,
nice.
I was like, I don't know if that's something that
Y'all be
people
like when it first came out, people was like, "What's with this animal? What's with the animals?" Like
Yes,
I'm just like,
I
and
liked
then
that.
what is it? I watched it with the first. I want to say we was like, "Oh yeah, we're gonna binge it" back in 2020, and I ended up being like one of the last few people to be on the little stream watching the show, and I'm just like, "Okay, y'all, all right," because I had no plan to watch it, but I haven't watched it since the first season. Have you watched past the first season?
Yeah, I watched the second one, and I feel like it was supposed to be a third one,
I
but
think so.
I don't I haven't seen it. But there are a few more shows that I've watched, and I cannot think of the names right now. And one of them was kind of old, like it was either in the like late 90s or early 2000s. Uh, and I can't think of what the names were. But one of them, it was about a little boy who had an apartment all by himself. It was like
Oh,
Kataro something. I can't remember the title, but
I know
he had an
Qatar lives
apartment
alone.
by. Yes. Oh
Yeah.
my gosh. It takes a lot for me to like almost cry, and that series almost did it. because he was just so little and so cute, and he was by himself. And then he found out his mama died. Like it was just it was a lot for me emotionally. So yeah.
Oh, oh, okay. So like, definitely when it comes to like the emotion, you says you almost cried, girl. When it comes
Yeah.
to watching shows, tears, crying, just
There's
can't.
only been one movie and one book in my whole almost 31 years of living that I've cried about.
And what was
One,
it?
well, the book I don't remember, but I was little. I was like in second or third grade, and this girl was trying out for this like part in the ballet, and so and then my mama was reading it with me. Like we was going back and forth reading certain parts of the book. And when it got to the part where that girl found out she didn't get that part in that ballet, I was boo-hooing. I was so hurt that that girl did not get that part in that ballet. And I can't even tell you how the rest of the book went because I just remember that so vividly. I remember where I was in the house when my mama read it and everything. But the only movie I have ever cried on was Radio. And I cried twice actually during that movie. I sure did. I sure did because when they was kicking the ball so he couldn't get him, so they could put him in the bag, I was mad. That's where my tears come from. I'd be mad. So I was definitely crying when they was being mean to him. But then when his mama died, oh, that got me. So those are the only two pieces of media that have ever made me cry.
Wow. But I mean, look, I mean, I'm seeing it and I'm just like, what? But also knowing that you have an Aquarius moon, it makes sense. Like, it makes sense.
Because why y'all do him like that?
Like,
Like,
hey, it's the fact that like I'm like me over here with my emotional self. I'm just like, it's so many things that I've cried about, cried from. And it's like I've only cried twice.
mhm.
And I'm just like,
When it comes to books and movies, that's it. And like I said, I was real little and but I have never forgotten that. I should ask my mama if she remember that. She probably don't. But I remember that clear as day. That girl did not get that part and I was devastated. I was devastated.
oh, speaking of, I have something to recommend to you. It's a light novel. So getting into the topic of books, and we're gonna get back to your moon placement too. But your light novel series, and it's like an anime series now, but it's a good series to read up on. It's called The Apothecary Diaries. I'm reading it now, and it's really, really good. You can get it off of Amazon. Like you can do the Kindle version. And just reading through that, it's like based back at some point in time in China, but it's just like ideally this girl doing like solving crimes, but it's also the background of just like, hey, some family history, some ties, because she's basically like in the red light district
Mm.
of this area, but come to find out her dad is like this high up chief, and it's a whole story behind that too. So it's good. Like it has the drama, all the stuff for you to check it out. So I'm gonna send that to you so you can look at that. And if you want to watch anime, you can check out the anime too. But definitely reading the book will get you like the further depth and detail that you don't get in the anime. So
Okay.
yeah, that is something to check out.
Good to know. Because I have a growing list of books that I want to read.
I would say that when it comes to books, do you just like me? I know how I am. I will start multiple things, and probably like have it like, okay, I'm going to start at this and like work my way through it and then get to
Um,
everything else.
I I wish I was like these people on TikTok that can read multiple books at the same time. I can't do that. If I'm starting a book, I have to finish it before I move on to anything else. But the last two books that I read, they were gifts. So I just read those so I can tell the person that I that I liked them. So I don't really have an order. Like one time I was in St. Louis for the day and I was walking in one of the neighborhoods and saw a bookstore. And of course, I did my dramatic gasp because I'm like, if I go in here, I'm gonna be in here for a while. But it was worth it because I got a book and I got to look around. The day I sent you. I can't remember the name of the book, but when I was in that bookstore and I saw that book that I thought you would like, that was that day. So I really don't have a method to what I decide to read in what order. I just put my hands on something and start reading it.
I feel you. I don't know. Like sometimes when it comes to reading, it's like I guess I'll know I'll get to the end or getting close to the end of a book, and some that makes me not want to finish it. I don't know. If I'm truly engrossed in the book, like the whole Twilight series, I read that Joker down. Like days. The book three where it had like Bella, Edward, and Jacob all together. Yeah, went through that in a day. Blood of Bone, that first book, read that the whole day before Easter Day. Like one day, I want to say 2017, whenever it came out. But this last book, I started it, but I haven't went through and finished it. It's just like I know it's going to come to an end, and it doesn't help too when you have like reviews or you hear insight about stuff. And like, oh, like why is it short? Like why is it that? Da, da, da. But yeah, that's how I be sometimes. So I have a lot of books. Also appreciative of the books that you provided for me too. And I read what is it on the way down, like the book where it's like the elevator and the guy has an insight about stuff.
Oh
So
yeah.
it's not like I don't remember the stuff that I'm reading. Like I can like when it comes to anime and manga, like I read hundreds of chapters of stuff and it's not like, oh, I don't remember what it is. Like if it's like weeks or probably like years when I hadn't read it, yeah, let me go back a couple chapters to pick up where I'm at. But I still remember like where I'm at in the book at some point in time. So it's like, okay, here, I'm about to go do this. But I feel like there's also other stuff in my placements in my chart and stuff.
So that book that you mentioned, that's actually like the graphic novel version of like the full on version of it. Because I got that from a soror of mine that was trying to get rid of some books. And I was like, sure, yeah, I'll take them. But since I've read that, I probably wouldn't read the full one now since I know what's gonna happen. But I liked that more than I thought I would. I was very shocked by how much I liked that, and like that reminded me of like I could see that being a series similar to like the Miracles Boys. Do you remember reading that book in school?
Yeah.
Did you read that in school? Yeah, so they did a series on that. Like I could see that being a part of that era of series that came out in like the early 2000s.
It just made me think of like seeing Miracle Boys on the book and then like all the other different book series that were around that time, like Babysitter Club, like Goosebumps, all that different stuff. So all the different books that people would read growing up, and now it's like, hey, that spans out into different flavors, different like genres that we want to enjoy and take in. It seems like you like true crime stuff too, like
In my books, not really, but in my
like TV,
podcast, yes.
TV
I
and
like
podcasts.
I like true crime podcasts. I like SVU. Like that's about as far as I go on true crime. I was watching Alert, but I'm kind of glad that got canceled. But anyway, I guess I like the more justice aspect of it because like I watched All Rise that had Simone Missick in it as the judge and Accused. Have you heard of Accused?
Mm-mm.
So Accused is an anthology series, so it focuses on a different person that's been accused of a crime, and so you go through their trial and then you see how they got to that point, and then you kind of make your decision as to if you think they guilty or not, and then you see like the consequence or if they get off or whatever.
Oh,
And that one
okay.
was really good. Nick Cannon had an episode on there, and then there was like an AI related episode on there too. The very last episode of the second season was related to AI, and it had black people in it. It's really good.
Okay. Snap. I have to check this out. Like, you have to send me a list of these things that you done told me about
Right, I'm
because
keeping it in my, I'm
it's
keeping it
like,
in my head.
look, it's like no lie. I'll be like, okay, we'll check this out. And look, life be life. And I just be out here navigating like from the day to day and just like, here it is,
Aren't
here we
we
go.
all?
Look, it life, man, life. But it makes me think of just like going for your day to day, like talking about the moon. Your moon is in Aquarius. It's in your sixth house, dealing with day to day, how you go about tending to yourself, tending to others, and like emotional rhythm to that. So the question I do have is just like you having those moments to needing to recharge. Do you feel like when you come back out of those moments, it's like it's a shift in your schedule, like you have to adjust accordingly?
I feel like I'm pretty consistent because I don't do well with change. I'm trying to do better, but I like things to be as they are. So I guess my current routine now is I press my snooze button an infinite amount of times and I get up and get myself together and go to work late. So that seems to be my that seems to be my recurrent routine. That seems to be my current routine. Um, but I mean, the amount of times I press snooze, I guess that aligns with my mood a bit. Because if I'm not feeling it, then I'm gonna want to stay in the bed. I think things really don't change unless I'm really rocked by something. Because other than that, I mean, things forward we move at all times. So
To keep it
that's my
going,
motto.
to
Forward
keep
we move.
before we move.
Yes.
I feel that. I feel that. Now it makes me
Cause life
also.
don't stop cause you sad. You gotta keep it moving.
Why it make me think of the Young Thug verse? Like horses don't stop, they keep going.
Horses and hustlers, apparently.
Hey, look, and that's also too like you've been going through your Saturn return, so
That's
like
what that is, girl.
for the past 3 years, for past couple years, I want to say, yeah, 2023 up until yeah, because it's gonna come leave out of. So Saturn is currently retrograde. It's going backwards in Aries. It's like 1 degree right now, and it's gonna go back into Pisces, which you have your Saturn in your seventh house of relationships. It could be relationships with friends. It could be relationships with open enemies, like you aware of them. It can also be like your general, just one-on-one relationships with people. Like it doesn't have to just be friends, lovers, whatever. But with that taken in consideration, like how has that been for you? Like ideally Saturn returns to like a reality check to see how things have been navigating around relationships. So you feel like when it comes to commitments or connections that's been fluctuating and changing around this point in time, and especially like prominent in the most recent months of years. I would say like from last year to now.
I'm definitely doing like some gut checks on a few things, especially in relation to like romance in particular. Like just making sure connections are still like working. If there's things that I'm missing that I'm not really seeing clearly in regards to certain connections, cuz I don't, and I guess this comes with age too, like I feel like my discernment continues to like evolve for the better. And so I'm starting to, especially recently, trying to use that to my advantage, and making sure that, like I said, that certain things are working and are not potentially going to harm me, if that makes sense. So I'm just trying to keep myself as safe as possible in regards to that space.
And that's definitely understandable because you have your Venus in your first house as well as your Chiron. So Chiron is this thing that's associated with wounds and with wanting to be having exactness to stuff, wanting to make sure that things are right. Even with preparing for this podcast, wanting to make sure that you knew it's like, hey, nah, like don't even ask me about that. Like I wanted to make sure I was prepared. I wasn't prepared. Like don't hit me up. Like don't ask me about that. And I'm like, okay, bet, say less. Understandable completely. But yes, navigating that, like even with having Venus and Virgo, Venus is it's not at its fall, but it's like, hey, it wants to work exactly. Like there's an exactness to it when it wants to operate and function in Virgo. So it's like, hey, you being not mindful of your needs, your worth, how you want to be seen. And that's something like being attentive of with wanting to provide or be of what is it, availability to
Hmm.
others. and like that's been a balance of something to take place. So you explaining that it's like, hey, I want to make sure I'm good, I'm straight when it comes to navigating with folks. So that is important. That is a problem. So I'm happy to see that for you. Like that is dope. Because Saturn return, it'll have you up. It'll hem you up. Give you some space.
And I am hemmed up. I mean, like, what? And baby boy, call for your mama. Call for your mama. And
Girl,
I definitely have called on my mama recently. So,
look, it's something serious. Like it's definitely you have your experience. Like coming out of Saturn returns, like oh yeah, okay, navigating when it comes to relationships. Ooh, this being aware, this signaling off. Like ooh, I done seen this. I ain't gotta navigate like this. Let me be about my business. You go that way, I go this way. Or we can be like, hey, connections. We're understanding each other. It is what it is. I feel that 100%. I feel you. So, ma'am,
when you
now
say this is over,
look, so it is over. Like Saturn moves out of Pisces officially on the 13th of February next year, like literally right before Valentine's Day. So,
good
yeah.
lord. Okay.
So it goes back in there September. I want to say September the 1st. It goes back into Pisces. So you'll probably be picking up like on the relationship aspects, like boundaries or yeah, reassessing those boundaries because that's when I think about like yeah, people who got their Saturn in Pisces, y'all almost out the clear. Y'all ain't completely clear yet, but y'all almost. It's like especially the later degrees, like having to go back and review some stuff. So you'll be good. You'll be all right. Like you got it. Why it make me think of that TikTok where like niggas get killed every day, but you be alright. You got it. No problem. But you good. You good. I'm here. So you're good. You're good. And you can come out here and visit me in California.
Look, that was already the plan. It's a
So
matter of when.
let me know. It's all good. It's no problem. Be out here just chilling, listening to music, vibing, going to check out different places. No worries. Now, for your music, what is the sun sign? Your sun sign is Leo. Who do you think of when it comes to Leo for you?
So, so when I was thinking about this earlier, I was like, it's crazy that the songs that I thought of are auntie anthems. So those auntie anthems are Golden by Jill Scott and Just Fine by Mary J. Blige.
Why did I know that that was gonna be one? Like you said auntie songs. I'm just like, yeah.
Yes.
Even
Yes.
the way it
So
comes in, like it comes in, it sound definitely Leo, like that whole reverse, like it's just like
yes.
yes.
But like as far as Golden, cause that intro just hit. Like as soon as that intro come on, it's like whatever you was feeling, you gonna have to let that go for the next 4 minutes, cause that it just hits you. It's just such a feel good song. But like just that first verse, like I'm taking my freedom, I'm putting it on, oh my goodness, Jill Scott is amazing. First of all, but Golden in particular, just taking your freedom wherever you choose to go, your freedom will take you far. Like you just living your life like it's golden because it is. Life is good. It could be better, but where you are right now, you gotta make the best of it. So take your freedom, let it take you far. You know, I just that just gives me Leo. It's just bright, it's sunny. Like the video itself was bright, sunny, golden, high energy, and then Just Fine. I mean, that's just confidence for all the aunties. I like what I see when I'm looking at me when I'm walking past walking past the mirror. Uh yeah, like that whole song just gives Leo confidence, flair. Yeah, so the auntie anthems, they knew what they was doing with those, for sure.
Yeah. I'm over here like I have both in my head. Definitely listening to Golden right now. I ain't even gonna hold you. So I like this. This is dope. You are hilarious.
What can I say? I actually don't think I'm funny at all. So
Why?
I
What?
don't. I don't.
What?
My humor is very dry. Like it's not like I just intentionally make jokes. I really just be saying stuff and be dead serious, and people think it's funny. So,
I'm just
see,
mad. It's just like
my
so.
point,
It's the
my
fact that you be
point.
saying stuff and like I just think of all these little random clips. Like you like I just be saying stuff. I'm dead serious. It makes me think of that clip from like 21 Savage where he's just like I'm chill, but I slap everyone around here. I feel like yes, I feel like that definitely is just like with your chart. It works like Leo and Aquarius. You know, you realize like you're almost a full moon, baby.
Hmm. And you know what? See, and Full Moon by Brandy, my favorite album. See, yep, it is. That is my favorite album.
Oh God, girl.
Hmm.
It's, this shit is hilarious. Okay, so cliches. When it comes to Leo, let me see. I had something with a question with cliches. All right, like I said, it's all about we saying it's all about the spotlight. People feel like it's all about me. But what do you say? Like, how do you? What is your stance on like people the cliches that people have about Leo? Like,
I
oh,
don't. I don't even think I'm the. All in all, I don't feel like I'm the stereotypical Leo. Like I said, I don't do public displays of extra. I don't. I hate having eyes on me. I hate it. Like I just feel like I have to be extremely put together. So I guess in that sense, that's where the Leo comes in. But like I don't like I don't like being the center of attention. I don't like being, you know, extra in public. Public facing extra. That's not me. But that's most Leos that I know, though, except for myself. Are you about to say you disagree with
no, I'm
that?
just like, what? You say except for yourself. But no, no lie. It's like it's interesting when talking to Leos, like talking to y'all. A lot of you are like, yeah, I'm not for this. Like, I just be here and people be around, and y'all don't be arrogant. Y'all just be like, yeah, we just draw attention. Y'all are the sun. Like y'all literally have the sun there, just a beam of light shining down on y'all, and it's just like wherever it shows up in the chart, it's like, ooh, I'm not trying to do all this. Trying
And
to
I
be
be trying to hide, and people find me somehow. So
it be like
it's a
that.
blessing. I'm a blessing. What can I say?
Yeah. Yeah. And then also when it comes to Leo and quality, what do you think about that? Like, cause I feel like y'all gotta get like between Leo and Taurus, having those two together, like quality, like being able to Leo, Taurus, and Capricorn. I say that like y'all being on it when it comes to quality, fashion, style. Look at your glasses. Like,
Okay. Okay, you got me there. But
see?
but as far as everything else, I do not be caring what I look like except for my hair. Like I don't do makeup unless it has to be a special occasion where I'm forced to put it on. So I don't like this is 24/7. Um so it's my hair, my earrings, and my glasses. That's as far as it's gonna go as to what I care about. My actual clothes and what I put on, if I could wear leggings and a crop top every day for the rest of my life, I would. A white crop top, some black leggings, and a sandal. That's all I need. I don't. I. That's it.
It sounds like a cartoon character's outfit from the 90s. I ain't gonna hold you. But that's stylish. Ooh. No, because it makes me think of like what type of sandal? Like, are you wearing the Lizzie McGuire sandal, like the
No,
platform sandal? 'Cause
no,
that'd be cute.
no.
That'd be
Something
cute.
that looks like a Birkenstock, but it's not a Birkenstock because I don't have a Birkenstock. I just have a
Birkenstocks are
Birkenstock
nice.
sandal.
Okay.
Birkenstock adjacent sandal.
Hey, I can see that. I can see that. See,
Because I
me,
don't wear Crocs. I've never been into those.
have you ever tried wearing them? The only reason I say that because I was like you. like, like I'm so serious. And then my sister graduated in 2022 high school. No, yeah, yeah, that's right. Around that time, and she came out here and she had some Crocs. I'm like, oh. Wait, these are comfortable. I like
No,
these.
I will say I like warm to like take something out to the trash or something.
But you
But
talking about
like
like on a day to
on
day,
a
like we
date,
walking
no,
outside? No.
no. So like I have my foot has been in one before,
Okay.
but I don't plan on like buying a pair for myself and wearing them in public.
Okay, so that gives you consider. I would say you're particular, very particular with your fashion choices, and that falls with why your eyes look like that?
Because I don't think so. I mean, like it's basic, it's possible. I'm trying to get out of that, but I'm too old now.
No, I feel like that definitely lines up because Virgo is on the opposite of Venus. Virgo is on, you have a Venus in Virgo. Pisces is on the opposite axis of Virgo, and Pisces is associated with feet. So, taking in consideration, it's just like, hey, it's on a scale. So, I would say, yeah, you're going to be particular about your shoes. Like, that in itself is something to show, like, hey, I'm not about to wear Crocs outside. Like me, I'm gonna wear them jokers. They comfortable, but I'm gonna just be mindful. Like it's that like when it comes to fashion and style, like my Venus is in Libra, so it's like, hey, we gonna have balance. We gonna have something working. Like today, it's like, ooh, I know that we gonna make this work. Like I put this over this, and ta-da! But oh my God, we both got on green. That's so cute.
Very
So coordination. We wasn't even planning it, but yes, it showcases. Like
that
you're gonna be
mental
particular about your
telepathy.
shoes. You gonna be particular about your shoes, your hair, from the top of your head to the soles of your feet. You particular, and it's okay. Yeah,
I ain't gonna fuss about it. It's your show. I ain't gonna fuss with you.
it's all good. It's all good. Oh my gosh, this has been fun. I ain't gonna hold you. I promise you, I'm not. But don't be surprised if I call you to come back up on her again. Like,
That's fine.
don't be surprised. You know.
Just make sure it's around the time I heard it's done.
Ooh, okay. Say less. Say less. But before we close out and go away, like, what is something that you want to let the folks know, like promoting yourself? I know you don't want to talk about yourself, but promoting yourself.
Girl, I was not prepared for that. I mean, I'm sure we have a lot of the same followers from Tuskegee, but if you don't follow me already, Tuskegee family, I'm at Beloved by Chris. That's Kriss, and I'm that on every social media app. So, yeah, I don't do anything fun or creative to promote. So that's all I
You
got.
good? You got
And you
yourself.
can
You
see, and
definitely.
you can see the comics that I post that people like on my my
Mhm.
story, because that's all I got.
Look, hey, that is funny in itself. So getting to know an individual like you is definitely worthwhile. And I'm happy that we've been able to get close and talk and converse and share books. Speaking of, I gotta send you some books too. So yes, I gotta get your
Appreciate it
address
in advance.
because I did not save it off of that box you sent me. So I'm gonna have to do that. I'm gonna have to do that
Okay.
from you. I am. So, okay, ma'am. It has been an absolute pleasure.
This
Thank you
was
so much.
fun. Thank you for
Yes.
having me.
I am so happy that you've been on here. And like I said, don't be surprised if I hit you up to come back on here. Because we can talk about TV shows. Because you can put me on some TV shows. You can put the other people on some TV shows. So,
Bet.
yes, that's what we'll do. That's what we'll do. Oh, have you watched Interview with the Vampire?
No.
You got to watch that. It's good.
Okay.
You got
Okay.
to. Okay. So,
Good.
yes, we're going to close this out. Thank you for listening, tuning in. We're kicking off Leo season. We did it. Yay. So, yes, tune in to next time. But yeah, until then, be easy, y'all. Be easy. Yeah.